What's up, good people? I'm just Major. You saw the title. You liked it, Marjorie. We're here to talk about it. Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. I think Dollar Tree ended up buying Family Dollar somewhere around 2015 and found out that that was a bad bet. So we're going to get into it. Let's check it out.
There are over 36,000 dollar stores across the US. That's more than one store for every 10,000 people. These companies have long been Wall Street darlings. During the Great Recession in 2010, Tree two of this was and the S&P 500 in those 2 years. The share price for Dollar Tree and Dollar General, two biggest players in the space, far outpaced the S&P 500, jumping over 1,500% between 2008 and 2022. But over the past 2 years, stocks of both companies have plummeted, and the outlook, at least in the near term, isn't showing promising signs of recovery. We had this pretty good growth over a period of decades, but in the last decade, we've added about 50% more stores, and that's brought a number of challenges.
Dollar General.
Okay, so they had a lot of growth in the past couple of decades, and they added 50% more stores. I'm wondering how many stores did they have in the first place? But 50% more, bringing more challenges. I'm wondering, actually, honestly, if whoever made the decision to add 50% more stores had ever been to the actual stores. Because there are all the Family Dollar, all the Dollar Tree. I don't know about too many Dollar General stores, but I know for a fact nearly all Family Dollar and all of the Dollar Tree stores are in the hood. And if it's not the hood, it's in a not so great neighborhood. And man, you can have, man, the crime in these stores are beyond phenomenal. You can, they can have 1,000 bags of Doritos sold, and they can also have 1,000 bags of Doritos stolen. It is ridiculous, the crime in those stores. And they will not, for whatever reason, they will not hire law enforcement to work in these stores. It's crazy.
Dollar Tree have both cut guidance recently, which set up alarm bells for investors.
So what's happened to dollar stores? And what do these companies need to do to get back on track? Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Family Dollar are the three largest brands in the space. Dollar Tree owns both Family Dollar and its namesake brand. In fiscal 2023, the two companies brought in nearly $70 billion in combined revenue. All three brands have thousands of stores across the country in very different areas and demographics. Dollar Tree sells a lot of seasonal and discretionary items, think wrapping paper and toys, typically in suburban strip malls. The Family Dollar chain, which the company acquired in 2015 for $9 billion, is generally found in more urban areas. Meanwhile, Dollar General focuses on a primarily rural customer base. The roots of dollar stores were in rural America, outer suburbs of metro markets. It was sort of the places where there wasn't sort of the big established value retail presence. The key thing to understand about dollar stores is that their main goal is to be an affordable place to shop with whatever set budget you have, not necessarily the best value for your money. For example, this box of 15 dryer sheets is $1.25. It's a better quote unquote deal to go up the road to Target and get a box of 240 of them for $10. But if $10 is your entire budget for the trip to the store, it makes more sense to go to the dollar store. On the outside, these types of stores may not look so bad. From 2019 to 2023, sales have increased by about 30% for Dollar Tree and about 40% for Dollar General. In the same time period, these companies have added over 5,000 stores. New stores will naturally increase revenues, but that can mask slow sales growth at existing locations.
The companies can say, well, we're still growing revenues nicely. Both companies are saying they're taking market share.
I don't know if I've quite seen this before, like at a grocery store, like a Kroger or Publix, but look at the candy aisle almost on the doggone thing for your groceries. It's like you can barely put your groceries down without hitting a bag of M&Ms. Like they are really trying to sell these M&Ms and Reese's Pieces, man, or Reese's Cups.
These are all true statements, but when you really drill down to, are you taking share like on a per store basis, and that's where you would suggest that perhaps they use exception.
High inflationary times disproportionately affect lower income consumers. Dollar General's core customer base, which is households earning less than $35,000 per year, contribute to about 60%.
What I tell you, a household earning less than 35,000 a year. A household, one person, 35,000. Two people in a household. That's 17,500 apiece if both people are working. But it said earning less than 35,000. And what if you got a kid? What if they got a kid or two? Unbelievable. And this was on purpose.
Of its overall sales.
We're in a strange time where the job market is still relatively strong, and that means middle and upper income households don't feel that same level of pressure to turn to a different store or to shop dramatically different than their everyday habit. At the same time, the poor customer, those lower income customers that rely on dollar stores, are getting even more selective and are tending to buy needs versus wants. Things like food that just tend to be lower margin.
They're getting more selective, all right. They're stealing it instead of buying it.
Lower margin means they're less profitable, but food and household items have become increasingly important to the dollar store customer. In its 2024 second quarter earnings call, Dollar General said it's decreased its non-consumable inventory by 13% versus last year. The effect of inflation is also apparent at Dollar Tree stores whose long differentiated strategy was a store-wide $1 price point. In 2021, that changed.
Even if you just take a step back, think about sort of everything is a dollar. And if you have $8 in your it's gonna to $8. And now you go to $1.25, it reduces some of that benefit. And it's not silly, but it confuses the shipping experience, makes it a little more complex.
So real quick, another thing I heard from one of the clerks at Family Dollar, I think. They were like, every time somebody steals an item, they go up in price on that item. So now, if that item was 95 cents, it's probably $1.05. And just like he mentioned, they were $1, but now they're $1.25. Well, with inflation looming its ugly head, at what point are you going to reach $1.50 or $2 and call it the $2 store?
Some of the dollar store's lackluster financial results can be pointed to the conditions of its physical stores.
It's just a less design place to shop. I mean, the whole idea is it's for convenient, but if you go there and you like register up and it's 8 people, it's 10 or 15 minutes to check in, then you lose it. You get in here. Sometimes you can't even get down in because it's blocked.
So my stuff was literally overflowed and looked like this. You do it. Your Dollar General look like this?
Crazy.
Customers notice when a company is not minding the store. They see that there are boxes that are cluttering aisles. They notice that the item they want is out of stock. And so they may decide to go elsewhere. And Dollar Tree and Dollar General have been having execution problems that have contributed to a tougher economic.
Inventory challenges were especially apparent during the smaller sized, more products normally found at dollar stores were deprioritized by manufacturers.
Customers, financial struggles, even if the condition, they still didn't. Somebody else said some reason that they went to discount channel in the first place.
Understaffing also became more apparent. The dollar store playbook has historically operated on a lean labor market. That has long created problems for both companies. But during the pandemic, those issues were exacerbated.
When COVID hit, so she that the situation where lots of employees that it eat. So then you got into this situation where stores.
Imagine being able to build.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there, man. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Man, Dollar Tree, they didn't mention it as far as how many stores they're closing, but Dollar Tree ended up buying Family Dollar in 2015. And I think they ended up selling them, I think July this year, July 25. I think they ended up selling them. So now Family Dollar is pretty much on the market by themselves. You know, they're private company now, so they're not on the stock market. And I think they ended up selling them to two different capital management companies. But yeah, so for a fraction of a dollar from what they bought. I think they mentioned here in the video they bought it for $9 billion in 2015. Man, yeah, that was a yeah. All right, man. Like I said, let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's gonna be it for today. 3 million subscribers.